Hey, so I'm getting ready for the 24th of July, and if you don't know what that is, check out my 24th of July fireworks stash, and I talk a little bit about it and have a link in that in the description on that video where you can learn more about what that is. But the important thing is we get fireworks again. So I was watching this other YouTube video, just like a blogger, and she did some fireworks for her blog, and she mentioned how she loves the fireworks, but the aerials, like the aerial cakes, were pretty messy, and they left quite a mess. And I tried to explain to her how I kind of avoid at least half of the mess, but it's kind of tricky to describe to somebody, especially if they don't know exactly what you're meaning. And so I thought I would do this video just to show anybody what I do to kind of prepare for setting off fireworks and to help avoid the mess. So first thing I like to do, and I usually wait until probably the day of that I'm gonna light off my fireworks to do this, but you take off this top part of the wrapper. Just the wrapper. You're not modifying the firework in any way. It helps if you have a sharp knife. I used to have a box cutter with my fireworks, but I couldn't find it this year, so it must not have got put away last year or something. But you just kind of get in there and then just peel the top off. Alright, so you've just taken off that top label, and what that does is that exposes these. So when these would go off, if you've got the top label on there, it blows out little bits of paper everywhere. So if you take that off, you can just throw that away, and it's not going to end up on your lawn. Times that little bit of paper by all your fireworks, and you have a lot less mess. You'll still get these weird little paper discs from the canisters out, and you still got to pick those up, but they're a lot easier to pick up than just little bits of the label. So I like to do that before I set off my fireworks, so it's kind of ready to go, and then I have a lot easier cleanup the next day. I always clean up the next day when it's light out. I hardly ever clean up anything the night of when it's done. Also, in preparation for setting off the fireworks, and again, I'd wait to do this until probably a few hours before you're ready to light off your fireworks. You get that fuse, and this comes with a fuse protector. I like to peel this off like that, and then what I'll do is I'll just tape it. It's sticky on there. Sometimes they're not, but they've got like a thing you can peel off, and then they are sticky. And I'll just put that right over the bottom, just so it doesn't really like pull out, but then the fuse is ready to light. And nothing worse than trying to light a firework and everybody's waiting and you can't get this thing open and ready to light. So there, it's ready to light. You can light it quick. Obviously, if you were gonna rig up a fuse show, then it's ready to rig up to a fuse, or electric igniter, however you do it. Another thing I like to do is I like to check the tubes to make sure they're like uniform and circular. I've found a couple on the 4th that had they had been mushed in on the side, and so I was able to kind of push that in just to make sure that they'll come out nice and even and won't get locked up in there and explode in there. That could be dangerous. And I've heard, I don't really think it matters, but I've heard if on the bigger ones, sometimes there's a cardboard piece underneath the label, and that could like even slow down the shell shooting in the air, and so it'll go off lower. I don't know that that's really true, but if you do cut off the label and there's a little cardboard piece, it should just pop right out with the label, top of the label. Yeah, I mean, you can't really cut off the label without that falling out anyway, so it's not like you would leave it on there. But so yeah, this is how I get my fireworks ready, and have about half the mess the next day. So hope everybody's having a great summer. Thanks for watching.